Things seem to be coming together quite well here at our farm in Backroads County. We were up early this morning and checked on our animals before the sun came up. They're all quite healthy, they have plenty of feed, and they are good to go. Our field number 20 has already been limed and cultivated, so it's ready to have some seed sown. We're going to split that field in half and plant wheat on one half and barley on the other. Next, we're going to see about building a greenhouse so that we can get some vegetables going. Hello and welcome to the Farm Bubba channel, where we help you learn all you need to know to have fun in Farming Simulator 22. Be sure to check out the Farm Bubba channel homepage. While you're there, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell to be notified when the next videos post. Be sure and check out the time codes in the description, and be sure and stay tuned till the end of this video, where I'm going to show you another way to make some big money in Farming Simulator. First thing we want to do is download a couple of items here. Go into our shop menu, go down to the search bar, and type in greenhouse. This greenhouse down here with seeds and fertilizer is the one that we want. Double click on it, click on install, and it'll be added to the download list. Back to our search, type in the word seed and fertilizer. And this seed and fertilizer production is the one that we want. Double click on it, install, OK, and it'll show up in the download folder. Back to the main menu, click on career. Here is our save game for Backroads County. Continue. As always, we want to deselect and then reselect all of our items here to make sure that they make it into the game. And here we see that we have our seed and fertilizer production and our greenhouses, so we're ready to go. Click on start, and it's going to take a minute or two to load up. So we were up before the sun came up and checked on our animals, took care of their feed and water needs. They're all at 100% production and they're doing fine. So now we want to see about getting some crops started. We need to plant some seed. Hop in this tractor here, and let's load up some seed and fertilizer. We're at the buy station, so we want to see about loading up some seed and get us some fertilizer. As I said before, we're going to split this field and plant half of it as wheat and half as barley. So we're going to start in the middle here, let our AI workers start to plant some wheat. He's got a good start on planting our wheat, so we are going to jump into this other tractor, which has a roller attached to it. And we're going to let this AI worker get started on rolling the field here. So while these two are doing their job, we are going to jump out and see about building a greenhouse. Let's go into our shop menu, over to construction, over to production, then let's go over to greenhouses. The first three greenhouses on the left side are built into the base game. They only require water. The three that we downloaded require water, seed, and some sort of fertilizer, either manure or solid fertilizer. So we are going to use one of those. Click on it and place it right about there. Then we're going to have one of our helpers fill it with water, seed, and fertilizer. If we go into our main menu here at our production change, we can see that we have water, seed, and solid fertilizer. Now what we want to do is, if you look down here, we can activate our processes here, and that will start the process. We also want to jump over to this other side here, and where it says storing, we want to change these to selling. So now our productions are working. If you notice over here, these tomatoes, lettuce, and strawberries in the blue, they are producing. The three down here require manure. We don't have any manure to load in there just yet. As our cows produce manure, we'll certainly use that to fill our greenhouse. Back over here at field 20, our helper has finished sowing the wheat, and we're going to go to the other side of the field, and we're going to let him plant the barley. So let's get him over here into position. You can kind of see that faint line where the two our meeting. It won't hurt if we overlap just a tad. But now we need to change our seeder from wheat to barley. And now we're going to send him on his way. Once this helper finishes rolling this side of the field, we'll put him on the other side to finish it. Now we want to turn our attention to the seed and fertilizer production. Let's go into the map menu. You can see on our map view here that all of our factories and selling points are down here in this lower right hand corner of the map. So what we want to do is find a big enough open space, which looks like right here, in order to put our seed and production facility. We can see here at the biogas plant that there is plenty of room here to put that facility. But we got to do a couple things first. In order to build here, we have to own the property. So if we go back into our map view, we can buy this piece of property. But what we're going to do first is go into our easy development tools, and we're going to add in that $214,790 so that we can purchase that piece of property. Just go into the easy development controls, and right up here in the add money, add in that $214,790. So now go back into our map menu. We can purchase that property, and now we can do anything we want on it. Let's go into our shop menu, go over to construction, go to production, factories, and all the way over, there is our seed and fertilizer production facility. Come over here, we're going to place it back into here just to give us enough room to operate. We see that it says it overlaps with another object. We just hit the key there to change that, and we have our production facility installed. Since the seed and fertilizer production facility was not included in the base game, we just added it in, but we put enough money in our account to purchase it so that everything evens out. So all we need to do now is fill it up with raw materials and we can get production started. So if we go into our production chain menu, we can see our seed and fertilizer factory here. We're not going to do the liquid fertilizer. We're going to use slurry, and we're also going to use manure from our cows. So let's turn on all of these. And then we want to store this product because we're going to be able to load it here and take it back to our silo. Okay, back at field 20, our worker has finished sowing the barley seed. So what we're going to do now is have our other worker here go over and roll that field. We'll overlap just a little bit just to make sure that we get everything rolled back out. And there he goes. Hey, we fast forwarded time just a little bit so that we can get our cows to produce a little bit more manure and slurry so that we can load up our seed and fertilizer production facility. So let's go ahead and take this manure, and we will have our helper take it over to the factory. So he's arrived at the factory, and all we have to do is swing around this way, and we can offload some of this material and get the production started. We're also going to have to load water, manure, and some wheat in order to get all the production lines started. We had a little bit of wheat in our silo, so we just went ahead and loaded it up to bring it over here. Normally we would be harvesting a crop of wheat and we would just put some of it in here. So we loaded up a little bit of slurry, and now let's take that over to our facility and unload it. Everything gets loaded in the same way to the same spot. Let's pull around here and wait for the trigger. There it is. We'll offload our slurry now. You can see we have some seed production started already because we have slurry and we have wheat. So now that we have manure, we need to get some water here to start our fertilizer production. I borrowed our water tanker from the horse pen in order to load some water up. But what we need to do is add a water source close to the production facility here. So if we go into our shop menu again, to construction, tab over to containers, there's our water source that we had over by our horse stable. It'll work for now. We're just going to put it over here. So now we have a water source over here to fill up a trailer whenever we need to. What we'll do is we'll just go ahead and drop this trailer off here and leave it, and we'll just buy another one and put it over by the horse pen. So now if we go into our production menu, we can see that now we've got solid fertilizer started. So I went ahead and sped time up again just a little bit so that we can take some of this seed or fertilizer from the production facility and just dump it into our silo at the ranch. 4,000 worth of seed, we'll go ahead and take that for now, and we'll take it over and drop it in our silo. That's sort of a simple version of a production chain, but it can get as complicated as you want with some of it, and we will explore that in our next video, where we're going to buy a dairy, and instead of just selling our milk from the cows, we're going to use that dairy to produce butter and cheese and increase our profit margin by a considerable amount. So next month, we're going to be able to harvest our soybeans because they will be ready to harvest in October. Our wheat and barley will continue to grow, and we will probably see about planting some grass in the field that we harvest our soybeans in. That way we'll be able to produce hay and silage to go along with the straw that we are able to collect after we harvest our barley and our wheat. Now, at the beginning of the video, I did promise you that I would show you a way to make a lot of money in Farming Simulator 22 really fast. Well, if you remember a little bit earlier in this video, I showed you exactly how to do that. So if you go into your Easy Development Tools, right up here where you can add money, you can put whatever amount you want in here. About $10 million. There we go. We added $10 million into our farm account. Of course, if you put it in, you can always take it back out too. And now we're back to where we were before. It's kind of a cheat, sure, but it's a way to get money into an account if there's just something you really wanted to splurge on or just have a little fun with it. Well, that about wraps things up for this video. If you received value from this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more videos, and hit the notification bell to be notified when a new video posts. Be sure and leave a comment below to let me know what you liked and didn't like about the video and any suggestions you might have for future videos. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.